All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a deep dive into a fascinating book, Chakras for Beginners by Judith Yandel. Our mission in this dive, well, it's really to unpack this specific guide. We want to understand exactly what this author presents about, what chakras are, how they work from her perspective, her take on their history, and crucially, how she suggests you can work with them for healing and balance. It's clearly presented as a starting point, right, for anyone curious about energy healing.
Absolutely. And it's key to remember, I think, throughout this deep dive, that we are focusing solely on the information and perspective laid out within this particular source.
Right.
We're exploring this author's specific take on what is, well, an ancient system, but filtered through a modern lens, sticking strictly to the pages of this book you share.
Okay, sounds good. Let's unpack this right at the foundation then, according to Yangel's guide. The core idea she starts with is, well, it's simple but pretty profound, that we are all energy. And that physical body you inhabit, she suggests it's only a fraction of your whole energetic self.
And what's interesting in her definition is how she describes chakras. She sees them as swirling vortexes of energy.
Vortexes, right?
Yeah, these vortexes, she explains, they stem directly from your spinal column and extend outwards into what she calls the auric field.
The auric field, those layers of energy outside the body.
Exactly, those layers surrounding your physical form.
Yeah.
And this energy system, she notes, isn't exclusive. It's present in everyone.
Gotcha. And she goes on to detail 7 main chakras, giving us their locations along the body and the associated colors. Let's maybe run through them quickly, starting from the base.
Good idea.
Okay, first, the root chakra, located at the base of the spine, associated with the color red.
Red, okay.
Up next is the sacral, the second chakra, below the navel, colored orange.
Right.
Then the solar plexus, the third one, found above the navel. She links this to yellow.
Yellow.
Right in the center of the chest is the heart, the fourth chakra, which she associates with green.
Green for the heart. Makes sense.
Moving upwards, base of the neck, we find the throat, the fifth chakra, colored blue.
Oh.
Then the brow, or third eye, the sixth, situated between the eyebrows. Now, this is interesting.
Oh.
The author notes its color as purple in one overview section, but then lists it as indigo in the individual chakra breakdown.
Ah. Slight discrepancy there.
Yeah, just a little detail inconsistency within the book itself, worth noting.
Definitely.
And finally, the crown, the seventh chakra, at the very top of the head. And just like the brow, she lists indigo in the initial overview, but switches to violet when detailing this chakra individually.
Violet or indigo for the crown. Okay, so those little variations are just, well, they're in the text as presented.
Exactly, we're just reporting what's there.
Right. And Yandel explains how each of these vortexes is linked to specific physical body parts and also emotions and thought patterns. So if we look at the root chakra again, this guide connects it directly to your legs, feet, large intestine, sex glands, even your kidneys.
Wow, quite a lot.
Yeah, and on the energetic side, it's tied to feelings of security, stability, vitality, and prosperity.
Security, stability, vitality, prosperity. Got it.
And she suggests that if this root chakra is blocked, you might see manifestations not just as physical issues like, say, pain in the legs, foot problems, or digestive issues, but also in life struggles like feeling insecure or having difficulty with prosperity, that sort of thing.
Interesting link between the physical and, well, life circumstances.
Exactly. She takes the perspective that many common ailments we experience could be linked back to energetic blockages or deficiencies or even excesses within these chakras.
Right.
And this approach, she notes, contrasts with typical Western medical practices. She points to Eastern traditions like acupuncture, Ayurveda, yoga, Tai Chi, Chinese herbal medicine.
Right. Things that already work with energy flow concepts.
Precisely. Disciplines that already operate with these core ideas in mind.
So how do these imbalances actually happen, according to Yandel? How do they come about?
Well, she proposes that our chakras absorb energy from our life experiences.
Yeah.
I mean, everything from positive learning to, traumas or discouragement.
Okay.
And this absorption, if it's not processed, can block the natural flow of energy and potentially lead to the creation of what she terms a false identity.
A false identity. What does she mean by that?
She explains it as being built up from outside influences rather than your authentic self. So she gives this example of a child who's repeatedly punished for spilling milk.
Okay.
Over time, their energy system absorbs not just the event, but the feeling associated with it: shame, apprehension, maybe fear.
Right, the emotional charge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this can lead to a blocked root or sacral chakra, carrying that feeling of, say, shame around making mistakes right into adulthood.
Wow, okay, that makes sense. And Yondel's core message throughout this section feels quite empowering, actually. She suggests that the answers you seek for healing personal pain or uncertainty, emotional wounds, or just feeling stuck
Yeah.
are always inside you. Working with your chakras, she presents, is the starting point of accessing that inner healing capacity. She even frames your energy system as being always online.
Always online. I like that. Constantly available for you to connect with.
Exactly.
So maybe stepping back a bit for some historical context within this book,
Yeah.
Yandel traces the origin of the concept back quite a ways.
How far back?
She mentions the first recorded appearances happening around 1500 BC. In ancient Hindu texts known as the Vedas, specifically she cites the Upanishads.
1500 BC, wow.
Yeah, and these practices, she notes, were initially passed down through oral traditions for centuries before being written down.
Makes sense. And she talks about the word itself.
She does. She tells us the original Sanskrit word is chakra, pronounced more like chakra.
Chakra, meaning wheel.
Exactly, wheel. She relates this to the concept of the sun's swirling energy, and the shift to the more common Western spelling, chakra. Well, that happened over time as it moved west.
Gotcha. So chakra is the Western version.
Essentially, yes. And these ideas spread through other Eastern philosophies: yoga, Buddhism, Hinduism. Yandel explains their journey to the West. She mentions some early authors exploring the ideas in the 1900s, but she highlights their significant presence really starting in the early 1960s, coinciding with the rise of the New Age movement, particularly in the U.S.
The 60s, right. That makes sense. But it's interesting, she also includes a note of caution regarding some Western interpretations, doesn't she?
She does, yeah. She expresses some concern that sometimes these practices can become more of a gimmick and a sales pitch in the West, rather than being integrated as, a genuine way of life for understanding and maintaining energetic balance.
A commodification concern, sort of.
Kind of, yeah. And Yandel also introduces the concept of Kundalini awakening.
Ah, Kundalini, I've heard that term.
Right. She defines it as a Sanskrit term for your individual life force.
Yeah.
It's often represented as a coiled snake resting at the base of the spine, right at the root chakra.
The coiled snake, okay.
And she describes this awakening as the process of ascension, which involves letting go of accumulated hurts, history, personal limitations, old thought patterns, all with the goal of reaching enlightenment.
Ascension, letting go.
Yeah. In this process, she explains, the Kundalini energy, once it's awakened, is said to rise up through each chakra, conceptually cutting through, as she puts it, layers of history and pain
Cutting through.
to bring buried issues to the surface for release.
That sounds intense.
It can be.
Okay.
But here's a key point Yandel clarifies, and it's important.
Okay.
You don't actually need to focus on the concept of Kundalini awakening itself to begin healing your chakras.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, she says simply developing awareness of your energy system through your chakras and engaging in healing and growth practices is enough to initiate a form of ascension or awakening journey.
So the basic work is sufficient.
Exactly. She explicitly states that Kundalini rising cannot be forced. It happens organically when you are ready, and it's typically triggered by significant life circumstances or maybe dedicated spiritual work.
Not something to just try and push.
Definitely not, according to this source.
Okay, so while working with energy sounds, beautiful and empowering, this guide is very clear. The process involves a necessary purging and cleansing.
Right. Not always comfortable.
Not always comfortable. It means confronting old wounds, traumas, negative self-perception, and the author really emphasizes the absolute need for compassion, patience, and self-love throughout this.
Crucial.
And she notes that regret, specifically, will impede your progress. You have to sort of let that go.
Let it go. And she clarifies the terms she uses here: blockages, excesses, and deficiencies.
Right. Those three.
And she makes an interesting point here. She notes that these specific concepts, like excess or deficiency, aren't actually found in the original Upanishads. Yeah, she suggests they've evolved alongside our modern understanding of chakras, often borrowing language and concepts from, like psychotherapy or counseling.
Interesting. So it's a modern interpretation overlay.
Seems to be how she frames it, yes. And she uses a simple, relatable analogy for these blockages.
Which is?
Think of a clogged kitchen sink. The buildup prevents the natural flow of water, Right.
Yeah, definite.
Living your life with a clogged energy system, she argues, creates a host of issues in a similar way.
Yeah.
Flow is blocked.
That makes sense. And this guide provides a pretty comprehensive list of conditions she links to severe and chronic chakra energy issues, the blockages, excesses, deficiencies.
It's quite a list, isn't it?
It is diverse. Things like depression, anxiety, chronic illness and pain, fibromyalgia,
Gastrointestinal disorders, infertility issues, heart conditions.
allergies, eating disorders, alcoholism, anger issues. I mean, it covers a lot of ground.
It really does. But, and this is absolutely crucial, as Yandel explicitly states in the book we're exploring.
Yes. What's the note?
She includes a note. Note: if you suffer from any medical conditions, it is always advisable to seek the opinion of a medical professional.
Okay, that's vital. We have to emphasize that.
Absolutely. We are simply presenting the information contained in this source material as it's written. Seek professional medical advice for medical conditions.
Right. Okay. So now, as you embark on this cleansing and purging process she describes, the author also lists potential side effects you might experience.
Yes, the side effects of clearing.
Yeah. And she stresses, every journey is unique. You might experience some, none, maybe all of these at different times.
And the list is quite varied.
Very varied, including things like excessive crying or even giggling for no clear reason.
Okay.
Soreness in muscles or joints, night sweats, changes in cravings, appetite, or weight.
Physical stuff too, then.
Yeah, feelings of exhaustion, vivid dreams and visions, maybe related to your history or past lives, she suggests.
Wow.
A noticeable change in attitude, skin issues like rashes or hives, maybe losing interest in hobbies, old memories surfacing, especially painful or traumatic ones, a desire to write or speak out loud more frequently.
Okay.
Rushes of electrical pulses or tingling sensations, and even experiences she describes as psychic abilities or hearing spirit guides.
That's a broad range of potential experiences.
It is, and Yandel explains these typically don't all happen at once. They can sometimes be linked to specific chakras opening.
Like how?
For example, she suggests a root chakra opening might trigger that excessive crying or laughter she mentioned, maybe tied to releasing childhood insecurity.
Okay. Linking the symptom to the chakra's themes.
Exactly. And she notes that psychic abilities are likely to manifest further along your path, maybe when the crown chakra is able to fully open after many blocks in the lower chakras have been released.
So the process.
It's a process. She underscores that this takes time and consistent practice.
Right. Makes sense.
So, as you, the listener, hear about these links between energy, blockages, potential symptoms, or experiences, maybe take a moment. Consider why you might be drawn to this topic. Does this framework offer a new way for you to think about challenges you've faced, or maybe are currently navigating in your life? Something to ponder. Okay, let's now take a closer look at how Yandel details each of the 7 main chakras individually. She actually suggests visualizing your own body as a rainbow.
A rainbow.
Yeah, flowing from your tailbone all the way up to the top of your head as we explore these centers. And she also highly recommends journaling as you reflect on each one.
Journaling comes up a lot.
It does, noting thoughts or feelings that arise. So shall we start from the foundation again?
Let's do it. The root.
The root, first chakra.
Okay. The root, first chakra. Located at the base of the spine. Color is red. Element is earth.
Red, earth. Got it.
Physically, she links it to the legs, feet, large intestine, coccygeal plexus, gonads, and kidneys. Its core quality is survival, security, stability, vitality, and prosperity. The energetic right associated with it is to have.
The right to have. Interesting. And malfunctions.
Malfunctions, she notes, are linked to eating disorders, obesity, IBS, constipation, sciatica, bone, joint, or knee problems, frequent illness, and also feelings like fear, lack of focus, restlessness, or fidgeting.
A lot tied into that base, then.
It seems so. But she does add that while it's the base, healing doesn't necessarily have to start here. Your energy system will often guide you to where work is needed first.
Trust your energy's intelligence, like she said earlier.
Exactly. Okay, moving up. The sacral, second chakra. Orange in color, found below the navel. Element is water.
Orange, water, seat of emotions.
That's how she describes it. Seat of your emotions, desires, passions, sexuality, and creativity. Physical connections include genitals, lower back, hips, knees, adrenals, ovaries, uterus, spleen, gallbladder, prostate, bladder, bowels, and kidneys.
Wow. Another big list of physical connections.
Yeah. The right here is to feel.
To feel, appropriate for emotions, issues.
Issues she links here include adrenal fatigue, metabolic and immune problems, organ issues like infertility, IBS, UTIs, also a stiffness in personality, sexual addictions or frigidity, and experiences of emotional numbness or being on, like, emotional roller coasters.
Emotional extremes or numbness.
Right. And interestingly, she often links sacral issues to problems with the throat chakra,
Sacral and throat. How so?
connecting the inability to feel with the inability to express those feelings.
Ah, makes sense. Okay, next.
Solar plexus, third chakra,
Yeah.
yellow, situated above the navel. Element is fire.
Yellow, fire. This is about personal power.
Exactly. Its quality is linked to your strength of will, purpose, effectiveness, vitality, and a strong sense of I-M-E-E. Physically, she notes links to organs in the area, highlighting digestion specifically. The right is to be E.
To be me. I like that. What about excess or deficiency here?
Good question. Excess energy, she suggests, can manifest as being overly controlling, overworking, anger issues, stomach ulcers, carrying weight around the waist. Deficiency shows up more as shyness, submissiveness, a lack of energy, chronic fatigue syndrome, persistent digestion problems, or addiction, which she sees as kind of seeking a false sense of vitality.
Seeking energy externally.
Yeah. And she connects this chakra's energy to both the root and the throat chakras as well.
Okay, interconnected. Makes sense. Moving up to the center.
The heart, fourth chakra, green, located at the center of the chest. Element is air.
Green, air. And this is all about love.
Love in all its forms, romantic, familial, platonic, and crucially, self-love. Physical links include the thymus gland, heart, and lungs. The right here is to love.
To love and balanced.
When balanced, she links it to compassion, self-acceptance, harmonious relationships, and a strong sense of self-worth.
Sounds lovely. Deficiency.
Deficiency might appear as melancholy, sadness, low self-worth or self-love, fear of intimacy, breathing issues or chest heaviness, and a lack of desire to create.
And excess.
Excess can manifest as clinging behaviors, codependency, excessive caretaking of others to the detriment of self, maybe even narcissism.
Okay, a wide range there, too.
Yeah. And she emphasizes this chakra as the central point, connecting the lower, more physical chakras with the upper, more spiritual ones. It's like the bridge between mind and body.
The bridge, that's a key concept. Okay, throat.
The throat. Fifth chakra, blue, at the base of the neck. Element is ether, which she links to sound.
Blue, ether sound, communication central.
Absolutely. Quality, communication, speaking your truth, and self-expression. Physical links, thyroid gland, bronchial tubes, vocal cords, respiratory system, tongue, mouth, esophagus. The right is to speak.
To speak.
Yeah.
Balance sounds like good communication.
Yeah, good communication of feelings, thoughts, ideas, creativity, a sense of resonance with yourself and others. Blockages she links to repressed emotions or creativity, difficulties with listening.
Listening, too. Interesting. Physical signs.
Physical symptoms might include sore throats, tight neck and shoulders, a persistent cough. Deficiency here means rarely speaking up,
Okay.
while excess can mean talking constantly, but maybe not truthfully.
Quality over quantity.
Right. She notes its connection to all other chakras as communication is key. And she lists smoking as a severe blocker for this one.
Smoking. Good to know. Onwards to the brow.
The brow, sixth chakra, also called the third eye. Color is indigo or sometimes purple, as we noted, situated between the eyebrows. Element is light.
Indigo. Light. Intuition.
That's the core quality. Intuition, clairvoyance, dreams, visions, perceiving beyond the physical senses, a sense of seeing all that is, physical links. Eyes, brain, pituitary gland. The right is to see.
To see. Balanced means connected.
Connected to other dimensions, perceiving beyond the immediate physical world, that sort of thing. Blockages, she suggests, can lead to skepticism, critical judgments, a negative attitude, lack of trust, headaches, poor eyesight, nightmares.
An excess.
Excess energy here can manifest as hallucinations, which she actually links to a hindered crown chakra, so in middle further up. She also suggests limiting beliefs are often stored here.
Limiting beliefs in the third eye. Okay. Connected closely to the crown, you said.
Very closely connected to the crown, yes.
So the final one.
The crown. Seventh chakra. Color is violet or sometimes indigo. Thought at the very top of the head. Element is thought.
Violet. Thought. Consciousness.
Expanded consciousness,
Yeah.
yeah. Comprehending the universe, a deep sense of knowing, physical links, cerebral cortex, spinal cord, brainstem, pineal gland. The right is to know.
To know. Balanced is expanded consciousness. Deficiency.
Deficiency might lead to feelings of alienation, depression, boredom, confusion, learning difficulties, apathy.
Okay. And excess.
Excess is linked to being overly intellectual, disconnected headiness, maybe arrogance, rigidly unwavering beliefs.
Headiness, interesting term.
Yeah. Yandel describes this chakra as both the end and the beginning point of the energy system. She suggests it's where the internal light of a person originates.
The source of the light.
And she highlights its connection to the brow, implying you must first see intuitively to then know fully. The ultimate goal linked here, she notes, is enlightenment.
Seeing, then knowing. A progression. Wow, that's quite a detailed tour through the 7 centers as she lays them out. So, with all that information, what they are, how they get imbalanced, how does Yandel suggest you, the listener, actually work with your chakras to clear those blockages?
Right, the practical side.
Yeah, she outlines methods involving what she calls lessons, meditations, and questions.
Okay. She dedicates Chapter 7 to detailing the lessons for clearing blockages. There are 5 main lessons.
5 lessons. Let's break them down. Lesson 1.
Lesson 1 is about preparing to clear. This is all about the mental and emotional prep work, checking in with your intentions, being honest about any skepticism you might have.
Setting the stage.
Exactly. She offers questions to help, like, what am I wanting to get out of this healing journey? Or am I ready to spend time listening to my energy? Or even thinking about, are there people I'm afraid will notice my healing process and make me uncomfortable?
So self-reflection before you even start.
Right. Setting intention, being honest, foundational stuff.
Well, okay. Lesson 2.
Lesson 2 is connection. This involves creating a comfortable, quiet space. She suggests tools like clean water, Palo Santo, or sage for smudging, candlelight, crystals. But she clarifies they aren't mandatory, just helpful.
Optional tools. What's the process?
The process she describes is lighting your chosen tools, using smudge to clear the space, and yourself getting into a comfortable position. She advises not standing.
Not standing. Okay.
Performing a specific breathing cycle she calls 10-10-10, repeated 5 times. Visualizing your entire chakra system first, then connecting with each chakra individually.
How do you connect individually?
She suggests placing a crystal, if you're using one, on the chakra you're focusing on during this phase. And the key advice here is to trust your intuition. Notice any sensations, thoughts, memories that arise. She believes your energy is intelligent and will communicate.
Trusting that inner intelligence again. Okay, lesson 3.
Lesson 3 is consideration. This builds directly on lesson 2. If, during that connection phase, you noticed a specific chakra had a stronger sensation or more thoughts or feelings came up, you pause there longer. She uses the analogy of a magnifying glass. You're looking more closely, trying to hear your energy better.
Magnifying glass, what are you looking for?
She lists specific things the book suggests looking for. Feelings like sadness or anger, physical sensations like pulses or tingling, old memories surfacing, physical aches and pains, negative thoughts or internal voices, repeated words or phrases, images, sudden emotional outbursts, or just any deeply uncomfortable feelings.
So, really paying attention to whatever comes up.
Exactly. And she notes your energy might guide you to see links between chakras and work on multiple ones together.
Okay. So after consideration comes.
Lesson 4, letting go.
Yeah.
Once you've identified things during consideration, this lesson is about releasing them.
How do I do that?
She provides a method. Place your hands on the chakra. Use intentional affirmations. She gives a specific example for the heart chakra.
Can you share that?
Sure. It goes something like, I am ready to open my heart chakra and release the wounds, sorrows, pain, and loss that I've felt here. I am open to receiving positive love and light in my heart chakra from now on. I let go of all of the hurts and sorrows that have affected my life so far. I am ready to love now.
Wow, quite specific. And then?
After speaking the affirmation, you repeat that 10-10-10 breathing cycle again and consciously try to sense the shift in energy as you release. But she's realistic. She states clearly that full clearing takes time. Years, potentially.
Patience is key then. Okay, the last lesson.
Lesson 5 is writing it all down, journaling again. Yandel strongly emphasizes its importance.
What should you note down?
She suggests noting specific things like which chakra you were drawn to, how it felt energetically, any physical sensations, feelings, thoughts, emotions that came up, memories, any sounds or voices, mental images, physical discomforts. Basically everything you noticed.
Why is journaling so vital here?
Journaling, she says, is vital for connecting the dots, understanding patterns in your energy and experiences, and identifying your major blocks over time. It builds self-awareness.
Makes sense. Okay, so those are the 5 lessons. What about the meditations? Right, building on those lessons, Chapter 8 introduces specific meditations for clearing blockages. These meditations, she explains, follow a general structure.
What's the structure?
Setting up your space, focusing on your breath, visualizing the specific chakra, exploring it with your inner awareness, considering what arises like in the lessons,
Uh-huh.
repeating a specific affirmation tailored to that chakra, noticing any energetic shifts, and then concluding the meditation.
So they include specific affirmations for each one.
Exactly. She provides unique affirmations. For instance, the root meditation includes a line like, I am ready to release all of the stories I have told myself that I don't deserve the life that I want.
Powerful. How about sacral?
In the sacral meditation, you might repeat something like, my emotions are beautiful and a part of my life experience. I have passion and desire and love all of this about myself.
Embracing the emotions. Nice. Solar plexus.
The solar plexus affirmations feature empowering phrases like, I am awesome and I love that I am Emmy.
Uh-huh. Straight to the point. Heart.
For the heart, an affirmation might be, I am happy to release the pain of every single wound I have endured and felt in my heart, letting go of past pain.
Throat.
The throat meditation encourages self-expression with lines like, I have a voice and I want to be heard. It is okay for me to speak my truth.
Finding your voice. Brow.
The brow meditation guides you towards intuition with phrases like, I am full of light and I have the power to see all that is around me and beyond.
Opening up that inner sight.
Ah.
And crown.
And the crown meditation connects to higher knowing with lines like, I am an enlightened being. I have the power to know what is right with my energy. These meditations, she suggests, are most effective when practiced regularly, part of your routine.
Regular practice. Makes sense. Okay, so lessons, meditations. What was the third tool? Questions.
Yes, questions.
Chapter 9 offers another healing tool, questions that arise. She presents these as being similar to questions you might explore in therapy, maybe, but designed specifically for self-reflection and communicating with your inner self, your energy system.
Like prompts for inner dialogue.
Exactly. The book provides lists of questions for each chakra to get you started.
Can you give some examples, just a flavor?
Sure. Let's see. From the sacral chakra list, a question might be, how often do I allow myself physical or emotional pleasure?
Good question. Solar plexus.
For solar plexus, am I allowed to give myself the time to openly act as my true self, even when I am afraid of other people's judgments?
Oh, that cuts deep.
Heart.
From the heart chakra list. Am I able to love someone unconditionally?
Unconditionally. Okay. Throat.
A question for the throat. How long has it been since I told myself or someone else a lie?
Wow. Accountability. The brow.
For the brow, do I believe in my psychic abilities? Straightforward. Yeah. And finally, crown.
And for the crown.
Yeah.
Have I allowed myself to be brainwashed by other people's ideals about religion or faith?
Questioning external influence. These questions seem like powerful prompts, yeah, to really start digging deeper and fostering that communication with your own energy she talks about.
That seems to be the intention presented in the book, yes.
Okay, so Yandel proposes that as you engage in this healing and clearing work, using these tools, you naturally open the door to a deeper understanding of your true nature.
Right.
And as the brow and crown chakras clear specifically, she suggests you may potentially develop what she calls psychic qualities.
The clairs.
Yeah.
Yes, the book details several types of potential psychic abilities that the author suggests might be experienced as these upper chakras open.
Can you list them? What are they, according to her?
Sure. She lists and briefly explains. Clairvoyance, which means clear seeing, described as seeing into the future, the present with unusual clarity, or maybe perceiving others' thoughts.
Clear seeing. Okay.
Clairaudience, clear hearing, explained as perceiving the voice of spirit
Be
guides.
clear hearing. Uh-huh.
Clairsentience, clear physical sense, sensing another person's physical sensations or pain in your own body.
Feeling what others feel physically. Got it.
Clairgustance, clear smelling, clearly smelling something linked to an energetic experience, like a deceased relative's perfume may be appearing spontaneously.
Clear smelling. Interesting.
Clairtangency, clear touch. The experience of holding an object and intuitively knowing its history, maybe? Or touching someone and sensing their energy?
Knowing through touch.
Clear salience, clear taste, perceiving flavors linked to another energetic experience, similar to the smelling one.
Clear taste. Okay.
Claircognizance, clear knowing. This is simply having a sudden, certain knowledge of something without logical reason, like knowing something's about to happen, or that someone's being untruthful or understanding what someone else is thinking. Just knowing.
Clear knowing. That gut feeling amplified.
Kinda, yeah. And clairempathy. Clear emotional feeling. The ability to feel other people's emotions in your own body without any verbal explanation from them.
Feeling others' emotions. Empathy on another level.
Seems so. She also mentions telepathy and channeling as possibilities linked to these expanded states.
Wow. Quite a range of potential experiences she links to opening those upper chakras. What about dreams and visions?
Yes, dreams and visions are also presented as important communication methods from your energy or your guides, as she puts it.
And interpretation.
She strongly advises interpreting these experiences yourself rather than relying on external dream dictionaries or psychics. Trust your own insight. Visions, she notes, can happen while you're awake, and from her perspective, can show you the path forward.
Trusting the self again. And spirit guides.
Yandel introduces the concept of spirit guides as helpers existing on another dimension. She suggests they communicate via intuition, dreams, visions, particularly as your crown chakra opens.
Do you always hear them?
She adds that while not everyone will consciously hear them audibly, she believes they are always present and offering guidance, whether you're aware of it or not.
Okay. Helpers on another dimension. She frames this entire process, particularly in Chapter 11, as the quest for self-discovery.
The quest.
Yeah. And her core message here is that it is a uniquely personal journey. Only you, she asserts, can truly experience and understand your path.
Makes sense. It's internal work.
Exactly. While external support therapy, yoga, hobbies, classes are presented as helpful, good for keeping chakras open, the primary healing work, she believes, is internal. It's you and your energy.
And this self-discovery and healing, she explains, can naturally lead to significant life shifts.
Like what?
Well, as you align with your true energy and purpose, you might find yourself making changes in relationships, jobs, hobbies, maybe even where you live.
Big life changes, potentially.
Potentially. Because spending time and energy on things that are not in alignment with your true energy, she says, is what keeps you blocked. So alignment brings change.
Alignment brings change. But that ties directly into living with your own energy daily, right? Chapter 12.
Exactly.
And she reiterates that list of common lifestyle factors she sees as blockages, things that likely need changing if you want to heal.
Yeah, that list included things like excessive drugs or substances, poor diet, lack of exercise.
Abusive relationships, excessive screen time, dead-end jobs, unresolved family issues, the stuff that drains you.
Pretty much. But she also offers practical suggestions for promoting healthy energy flow and living in alignment.
Okay, what does she suggest for that?
Things like regularly practicing the lessons and meditations she described earlier, consciously choosing yourself first in your decisions,
Choosing yourself.
regular self-communication, those chakra check-ins, exploring other energy techniques like yoga, breath work, using crystals if that resonates, spending quality time in nature, intentionally bonding with your personal living space, making it feel good.
Connecting with your environment.
Yeah, and taking new classes aligned with your desires. She gives examples like ballet for the sacral chakra, writing for the throat, pottery for the root, or pursuing vocational education that excites you, following your joy, essentially.
Following what lights you up. Nice. And breathing practices, weren't they mentioned?
Yes, Chapter 13 emphasizes keeping balance, breathing practices, as a vital daily tool for maintaining energy flow.
Daily practice. What's the approach?
Her general approach here is regular commitment to simple movements and visualizations combined with breath work. She describes unique breathing exercises for each chakra.
Unique for each one. Like what?
Yeah. For example, the root breath links arm and leg movements to a feeling of grounding, rooting down. The sacral breath involves pelvic tilts. The throat breath is done with hands under the chin and the tongue extended. Kind of like a lion's breath in yoga, maybe?
Interesting visual.
The brow breath involves visualizing opening curtains in front of the third eye. And the crown breath has you reaching hands up and out to connect with universal energy.
Specific movements and visualizations for each center.
Seems so. And across all these methods, lessons, meditations, questions, lifestyle, breathing, Yandel consistently reiterates a few key themes.
Which are?
That changes happen naturally and slowly. That you must listen to your own chakras, your own energy. That it's a lifelong practice of exploration and self-discovery, and that you should give yourself the freedom and permission to explore your inner world.
Patience, listening, freedom to explore. Good takeaways.
So wrapping up this deep dive through Judith Yandel's Chakras for Beginners, we've explored her presentation of what chakras are, her perspective on their historical context, how she believes they can get blocked, the potential challenges and side effects she associates with the healing process, the various methods she suggests for working with them, those lessons, meditations, questions, and breath work.
Right.
And the possibilities she links to this personal journey, including, that deeper self-discovery and the expanded awareness she describes as psychic abilities, it's quite a comprehensive beginner's guide from her perspective.
It really is. And coming back to you, the listener, the core message from Yondel's book feels, well, pretty clear. She presents healing your life through your chakras as a liberating journey of self-discovery, one that only you can truly embark upon and understand.
A personal
The
quest.
personal quest, exactly. It's a path she suggests requires courage, patience, and maybe most importantly, love for yourself along the way.
Self-compassion is key.
Definitely. Yandel concludes her guide by suggesting that by healing and clearing your chakras, you can find what she calls the direct way to being your whole unique self, aligning with your life purpose and joy.
The direct way. Life, purpose, and joy.
Big claims.
They are. She frames your chakras as the gateway to this potential, suggesting that once you understand how to work with your energy, you have, in her words, nothing holding you back now.
So maybe consider this provocative thought from the book as we finish. If working with your own energy is, as this author suggests, a key to unlocking your deepest truth and purpose, what's the very first step you might feel guided to take on your own unique path of exploration? Something to think about.